Anna, in your tenure, we've seen Coles football, juvenile football improved massively, even the KGL under 17 and all that. But what will you say, or what has been done so far when it comes to Coles football in your tenure?
So I'll start by saying that I'm very happy to have received good support from the executive committee and from my chairman in the 10 football regions when it comes to juvenile football. At the time we took office, the kids or Coles football was heavily challenged. Our responsibility was to revive Coles football, and I would always use the Volta region as a case study where the sport was being played in only one district. And as of today, we are playing in almost 22 districts. And same story can be told in all the 10 football regions. Coles football is being played in all the 10 football regions. And what's most important is that we've not only revived the sport, but we have offered Coles football unprecedented support by way of logistics, by way of financial injection. Over the past 2-3 years, the FA has invested in the purchase of footballs for our Coles clubs across the country. Last year, the executive committee took an amazing decision of investing $100,000 into the purchase of footballs solely for Coles clubs. As we speak, the footballs have arrived, and Coles clubs across the length and breadth of our country would receive their balls pretty soon. The support for Coles football doesn't stop with the provision of footballs. Trophies for regional championship, medals for regional championship. This year we also announced cash incentives for all the champions across the regions, plus the investment of $1 million by KGL into the KGL U17 championship. The 5th edition, which was launched a few days ago, or was it yesterday? So this is unprecedented investment in Coles football. The result is that we have a lot more talents coming up, a lot more Coles players getting the chance to serve in the national U17 team, which has been so to say, the property of players playing in the Premier League and in the Division 1 league. So you have Coles players now being given the chance to play in our national U17 national teams. So I'm extremely proud about what we have done with Coles football. And during the last Congress, we also made firm commitment towards introducing more competitions for Coles players. We've introduced the inter-district U15 Boys and Girls Coles Festival. We have introduced U17 Boys and Girls Festival, and we also have the KGL National Championship. So these are all platforms that we have created that will allow kids, boys and girls from the woods of our country to enjoy their football. In the time past, when a young girl has a dream of playing football, the only organized competition as a first step is the National Women Division 1. So if you are a 10-year-old girl, you want to play, you need to go and play in the National Division 1. And we thought this is not good enough, okay? So what we have done is that we have introduced football to the girls at the grassroots level, introducing the sport through, I think, our directorate, and then most importantly, introducing more organized competition, U15 girls leagues in the Brownsville region, in the Greater Accra region, U17, and in the Northern region, U15 leagues. And this is going to be replicated in all the regions. So the girls can now enjoy their football at a very, very tender age. I'm talking about organized competitions. The result is what you see. I mean, we are scouting Coles players well through our FIFA Talent Identification Program. Products from this to the national teams. Don't forget that we've also established age-specific national teams. So from U15, use it for our juvenile players. And I mean, if you don't see the rationale behind this, then obviously you do have a problem. But it's very clear that a lot of people see the rationale behind this. It's a clear developmental pathway for our players. A lot more national players are being given opportunity, or players are being given opportunity, and a lot more players are gaining national recognition. And I think that this is the best way to go for our course players.
That's nice. But in doing all this, how do you align your policies with that of government? The Ministry of Sport, how do they come in all of this?
That first of all, we do have a good relationship. I've always said that no MA in our world can thrive or can survive without having a good working relationship with government, and therefore you need government to be a key partner in the developmental agenda, and that has been my position from day one. I think that from the local government point of view to the Ministry of Sports, to the Ministry of Education, all of us, the Youth Employment Agency, all of us have a role to play in that space where we develop football. Okay, and if you look at the recent triumph of the National U15 school team, that tells you that yes, we do have a good working relationship with the Ministry of Education, with the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and all of us in that space, because the players were picked from the schools. Okay, and once they were picked from the schools, we added value, we put them in the team, we took them to Malta, they competed in the competition, they came back very prepared, and it showed in the competition. The boys said they also went to Israel, they came back prepared. Unfortunately, they played third, but they showed quality, and some of them already will be climbing up to the U17 national team. So I think that all of us as key partners have big roles to play, and so far it's been good.
So far it's been good, and we can see it ourselves also with all the competitions going on. But let's still stay in the league, and this time in the Ghana Premier League. Quite recently we had a lot of incidents happening with safety protocols and all that. We've not spoken to you on it, and we just want to know. I remember time back when it happened, you had to collaborate with the police service and all that to make sure that safety and all these things are in call. But I want to ask, how has it been after all the incidents with Pole and all the other match centers recording this unfortunate incidents?
So after May 9th in 2001, we all thought that big lessons had been learnt. And indeed, the Football Association, working with other stakeholders, made sure that a lot was improved by way of how football was delivered, especially when it has to do with security and protecting life and property for our game. Now 24 years down the line, again we have lost a soul. Again, let me use this opportunity to say our sympathies to the bereaved family. And once again, I'll call on the police service to do whatever it takes to bring whoever was behind the attack to justice. I think that was most unfortunate. Pole didn't deserve to die because of football, but we have lost him. I think that, again, the FA, working with all key stakeholders, reacted in the best possible way. The FA took bold decisions. We stopped the game. We spoke within. We spoke out of ourselves. We looked at all provisions necessary for hosting our football, and we all agreed that there was a need for us to tighten our regulations. So working with all the key stakeholders, the clubs inclusive, we came out with an enhanced match day protocol, which has been in operation since we resumed. And I think that by and large it's been good. It's unfortunate We have to create awareness because we have lost a soul. But I think that everybody within the football ecosystem is working with enhanced matchday protocols. Hopefully, we say never again, it will not happen again. But we will continue to educate our people. We will continue to preach the good gospel of enjoying our game in a peaceful and protected environment. And most importantly, I am extremely happy about the reaction of the police service towards our call. I think that many years ago, I made the clarion call for a need for the establishment of a special sports policing unit within the police service. And I'm happy that today we do have same, and they are reacting and working closely with the Football Association in the delivery and management of football. I think that I've always said sports policing and normal police service are quite different, and it's important that we pay attention to those small details that are involved in sports or football policing. And I'm happy that we are at that stage where everybody is now paying attention.
Now, during the time of the incident, we had callers who phoned into our show, The Game, on GHOne TV, who also mentioned that culprits of such incidents should be jailed for life. Do you buy to serve as a deterrent? Because if they fine you or they give you just 3 months or something and you come back, people will not be deterred from doing this thing. Do you buy the opinion of jailing them for life?
First of all, I would say that I belong to that school of thought that would always preach the gospel of educating people, making people aware of what it means to enjoy football in a very, very serene atmosphere. At the same time, I also belong to that school of thought that says that people must respect the rules and regulations, not only of football, but of the country. And if it is that you go against the laws of the country will be applied. It's simple. It's simple. And therefore, the advice I would always give is that, look, let's enjoy our football. Let's go to our match venues. Let's behave very well, and let's go home in peace.
Let's go in peace. But let me also ask you, are you satisfied with the kind of pitches? I know it's not in your place, but you work with the ministry, the NSA. Are you satisfied with the kind of pitches that we play our domestic leagues on?
Okay, so I will speak about the Premier League. I think that our stadia has improved a lot. Our pitches have improved a lot. Club licensing manager, club licensing committee, club licensing department have been at the forefront of the push for excellence. It's also true that during the bad weather season, we do have challenges because of lack of adequate water. That's also true. Just like it is also in some parts of Europe during the winter season where the pitches go bad. What's also true is that there's a need for more investment in the maintenance of our stadia. What's also true is that we need to improve on our culture of maintenance of our stadia across the country. So yes, I will be happy about how far we have come, but yes, I think that there's a lot more that has to be done. Because if we want to enjoy football the way it has to be enjoyed, clearly there's a need for more investment, not only in the protection of lives and property, but also in the maintenance of our sports infrastructure.
Now, wrapping up on Ghana Premier League, we still don't have a sponsor for the Ghana Premier League, and I want to know why up till now we don't have a sponsor, and how do we make it attractive for sponsors to come on board, and even in competitive footballs in Africa, how do we make the Ghana Premier League that attractive?
I think that the Premier League, or our Premier League, has come a long way. I think that a season or two ago, this was not a topic because we had headline sponsors for the Women's Premier League, the GHOne League, and the GPL. As we speak, Access Bank is still the headline sponsor for the GHOne League. Malta Guinness is still a headline sponsor for the for the Women's Premier League. MTN is still the headline sponsor for the FA Cup. What we do not have is a headline sponsor for the Ghana Premier League. Okay, so it's a face in the life of the league. What is true is that the marketing department, the ESCO of the Football Association, have been working behind the clock. Either behind the clock or around the clock or in between the clock. Just to we get key partners to support the Premier League, and I'm very sure that it will come very soon. I say this all the time, and the question people ask once I make such a statement is that, oh, how soon will it come? And I'll answer by saying that it's coming. Okay, I think that we've been working quite well. I don't want to speak too much about what is going to happen in the upcoming season, but what I know for a fact is that our clubs will be happy.
Our clubs will be happy. So the Ghana Premier League will soon have a sponsor. How soon it is? President said it will be soon. My President, let me touch on this sensitive part of our football, which is the Black Stars. It looks like the whole of Ghana, even Africa, many people always want to hear about the Black Stars. And when we talk about the Black Stars, it raises a lot of eyebrows. Now, it's been great performance from the Black Stars, from failure of AFCON, now qualifies Chad, Madagascar. Our Black Stars were phenomenal. Have you been impressed so far?
I will answer by repeating what I've said already. Building our national team, our Black Stars, has always been work in progress. From the time we took office in 2019 to date, it's been work in progress. The team has gone through some bad patches, some good games. And like I've always said, that on the journey to rebuilding our sport in general, we'll have good times and we'll have bad times. And the Black Stars have gone through some bad times, they've gone through some good times. I remember when I sat in the stadium and the Black Stars passed 32, they did what? They had 32 passes that led into a goal. I felt extremely happy. Okay, I mean, which for me was something crazy that had happened. And at that point I was like, oh, this is a team on the rise. Okay, but beyond that, it's been up and down. The last window was very good for Ghana, winning 2 back-to-back games. Hopefully that should be our story going forward. I think that everybody working around the Black Stars have learned a lesson or two, and grouping again for the Unity Cup in London, and then also getting ready for the September date, where we have 2 crucial and important games, and giving the comradeship, giving the willingness to somebody who say to do the do for our dear country. I've absolutely believed that the team will fight for qualification to the Mondial.
How impactful have the technical team been, having Desmond Ofer on board, having a psychologist and all that? How impactful have they been? We also had our former player Samuajan also coming in camp 1 or 2 times. I saw Abedi Pele also in the minister's office the other time, paying a courtesy call on him, also working towards the Black Stars improvement and all that. How have all these come together to impact the Black Stars performance?
Well, I think that generally this FA has always showed that we have the heart to accommodate everybody in our special space, especially people who are willing to contribute towards the development of not only football, but most importantly, especially our Black Stars. And we have stuck to that strategy. And I have led the way in that perspective. We've opened up a lot of opportunities to our ex-players. Those who want to be coaches have been offered a chance to be coaches. Those who want to be administrators have been offered a chance to go into that space. Obviously, there are a few who also want to work from the media, and they are working from the media space. During the last window, apart from the fact that former captain Asamoah Gyan joined the fray and offered the team his support, The vice chairman of the team is also an ex-player and ex-captain of Ghana in the person of Stephen Appiah. Okay, this is the height of governance when it comes to the management of the Black Stars. I mean, that portfolio being offered to an ex-captain of Ghana, for me, is historic. Okay, so Stephen is there representing the players, encouraging the players as the vice chairman of the management committee. Samoa Gyan offering his time and his knowledge and boosting the morale of the players, and many others who sometimes do operate behind the scenes. Tony Bafo, Augustine Ahimfo, Ajima Bedu, just to mention a few. By and large, I think that the support for the team has been massive. Everybody in this country wants the Black Stars to be successful, and that includes Abedi Ayew Pele, former captain of the team. So he visiting the Minister of Sport is just a way of showing to all of us that he's still committed towards the national cause. He served the country to the best of his ability, and if it is that he can still contribute, he will, and he's still contributing. So I'm very happy about the fact that everybody is interested in the qualification agenda of our Black Stars. We want to be at the next Mondial. In Qatar, we made it. We defied all odds, and we made it to Qatar. And we want to make it the second time on the trot. And I think that Ghana, like we've always done, will stay together. We stay together and support the team as we get ready for the all-important September date.
You think we are going to do better in September as well to qualify us fully to the World Cup?
I think that the confidence of the team is on the rise. I think that the Tenkara team, led by Otto, have learned big lessons. I think that the Tenkara team, led by Otto and supported by Wilfred Schaefer and Desmond Ofe and the rest of the guys, are ready to do. All they need at this minute is the support of Ghana and Ghanaians, and I think that Ghana spoke very loudly during the last window, and Ghana will speak even much better and stronger during the September window.
Now, in wrapping up for the national teams, I just want to know about our feeder system, because back in the days, under 17, they transitioned to under 20, then to 23, and then to the Black Stars. But these days, it's quite difficult. We don't see the transitioning properly. What's happening to the various national teams in their transitioning?
So when I'm asked this question, sometimes I try to be sarcastic, sometimes I try to be very nice, and sometimes I try to joke.
Give us all.
However, I would want to say that do we know of Fatau Ishaku? Yeah. Where did he come from? Which national team did he come from?
Of course.
From the U17. He played also in the U20. And he's playing for the Black Stars.
Black Stars.
Does that answer your question?
It does.
Jerry Free in recent times, where did he play? Where did he play? Where did he play? No, I'm just asking, where did he play? He played in the U17.
Okay.
He played in the U20. And now he's playing for the A national team. So clearly some work is being done. There's never been a holistic transition of players. Once in a while, especially during the time of Jones Atukwefio, he decided to parade a House of Folk dominated team representing Ghana, but that was a one-off. Usually you have 2, 3, 4 players making it all the way. Usually you have a few much smaller numbers making it all the way. But what's most important is that we have set out a clear structure, either from the reintroduction of coast football to the talent identification scheme, through to the academies, to the age-specific national team from U15, U16, U17, U18 up to 23 to A national team. There's a clear pathway of transition for our players, and this is the way to go now. When the players are identified by our scouts, they go through the training, they go through our academies, they go through the U15, and then they transition all the way. Those who are exceptionally good obviously may jump 1 or 2 steps high on the ladder, but I think that the pathway is distinctively distinct from the pathway that we're all used to.
We've seen major improvements when it comes to Pam. FIFA goal projects, many things have been done, but tell viewers, tell Ghanaians, what has the GFA been able to do so far in Pam?
When I'm asked about Pam, I speak with pride and sometimes with emotions. Okay, just to correct, we no more in the FIFA goal project era. Okay, now we are in the FIFA forward era. Okay. FIFA goal project was under the leadership of Sepp Blatter. FIFA forward is under my president, which is President Gianni Infantino. Okay, clearly Pram of yesteryears is not Pram of today. I just came back from Pram today, actually, and systematically, just like I promised during the Congress in Kumasi, we have been investing, and we will continue to invest in that property until we bring it to the level that we all want it to be. What is true is that the Secretariat, led by the General Secretary and Head of Legal, have been working so well with FIFA, to the extent that FIFA has been very supportive of the projects that we propose to them for approval. And I think that from the acquisition of the right documents for the land to payments for the land, to identification of the right projects, and to the employment of the right level of staff with the right levels of skill sets, it's key, has been key for the development of Pam. Today we have a new gym being built. Today we have a new multipurpose hall being built. Today we have a new multipurpose court being built. Today we have 2 new natural grass pitches being built. Soon we're going to start the construction of the 40-bed accommodation facility. I think that, we've invested in the refurbishment of the accommodation. Remember, 2 days of the last Congress, all of us spent in Pram together. There's floor lights on the FIFA pitch. We have bed power, also investing in another AstroTurf. The investment in Pam has been amazing. Never in the history of the Ghanaian game has Pam seen such levels of investment, and I'm very happy about what we have done. I know that there's a lot more that we will do, but hopefully the young boys and girls who are scouted from the woods of Ghana will fully utilize the facilities that we have in Pam and develop to be the Ayu Peles and the Samoa Jans, etc., and Mohamed Polos, etc., etc. If today our Black Queens are staying in Pam without complaints, if today our ESCO, the highest decision-making body besides the Congress, are staying in Pam, if today our coach of the Black Queens, Kim, our former coach Nora, and co all stay in Pam, that should tell all of us that yes, the systematic investments we're making is gradually paying off. And all of us, from my good self to the ESCO, to our congressmen and women who give us the power and the permission to apply dedicated resources to such projects, should be very happy. Look at the Upper East region. Look at our investment of close to $742,000 in the construction of the first ever FIFA AstroTurf on the soil of Big Boss Secondary School. It's unbelievable. We did not only invest in the construction of the pitch, we have invested in floor lights, there's a standby generator, there's a changing room, there's ticket office. The whole land donated to us by Big Boss has been secured in the name of the Football Association of Ghana. I mean, so beyond Pram Pram, we also have what has become known as the Okraku Tenka Center in the Upper East, also being available for development of football. Prior to that, the whole of Upper East didn't have a single FIFA standard football pitch. This is the value this FA has brought to the region.
Interesting and incredible achievements that you've made for Ghana football. But will we see the Black Stars someday camp in Pram Pram? You're smiling.
So maybe it will happen sooner than we think.
Oh.
Like I said, we have 2 artificial pitches. We are currently constructing 2 natural grass pitches. You never know what is going to happen next. Yeah. We're going to start the 40-bed accommodation facility. You never know what is going to happen next. And let's leave the conversation here. I think.
In leaving the conversation, then let me ask you, catch them younger referees. I want to hear from you because I've never seen this in Ghana before. When it started, I wasn't even understanding it. I don't even know how it's going to be. But here we are in league matches. Even on Sunday, we had some officiating. How has it been so far?
Well, I think that if I remember in the year, was it 2020 or 2021, when we first launched this policy, a lot of people didn't really understand what we meant. But to take all of us back to the happenings in 2018, when Anas released his expose, we had 78 referees in that video, and what that meant was that the football ecosystem lost 78 referees. So the mind of the ESCO executive committee was that how do we replace this lost 78 referees? And the idea from the boardroom was that, look, let us introduce a policy that will allow us to identify young boys and girls at a very tender age, teach them the virtues of refereeing, and hopefully when they grow, they will not depart from those good virtues. Okay, so then came the Academy Young refereeing strategy. And I think that over 4 years, 2021, so 5 years, the policy has been growing. We've had some amazing talents being identified and being trained by the leadership of refereeing in Ghana. I think that there's a lot that can be done if we have the right levels of resources, because the young boys and girls need consistent or constant training. Okay, we need to train them more, we need to invest in them more, and we need to empower them more. The little that we have done so far has shown positive results. I mean, we've seen some amazing officiating from some of the products, especially from the first generation and second generation of the project. And I'm extremely happy that we've led the way, we've showed the way, and we can only improve when we continue our investment drive in this policy. I think that if there's one legacy that one day soon I'll leave, this will be the legacy.
Right. Now, lastly, before I take leave of you, I mean, I'm a woman. I can't go without talking about women. The women's football has become so attractive. First, women's football, nobody even goes to the stadium to watch.
Do you play?
Playing football. I can score goals, but I can't play.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so talking about women's football, it's become so attractive.
So when the last time you scored a goal?
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
We'll talk about that. Maybe you should see me one of these days playing football. Joe knows, like my team, they know. So we'll have corporate games, so you'll see me playing. Okay. Okay. So the league has become so attractive. Women's football, you've done really great for Ghana women's football, to the extent that they even get to double locker room bonuses during Sunday's football festival. Now tell us, what really has gone into women's football? What has changed? What really do you have ahead for women's football?
I think that I love women's football, and I made a firm promise. I remember when I met the clubs in the period leading to the first election. They had so many challenges at that time, and I said to them that I'll be at the forefront of the push for them to get the needed attention. Indeed, over time, we have been very, very supportive of the female sport. Today, we are playing U15 leagues. Yeah. Today, we are investing and supporting the Women Division 1 League. Today, the Women's Premier League is much improved. It still has a lot of potential, and it can be much, much better, to be honest. Today, the Black Queens are getting a lot of support from the FA. Today, 80-90% of the Black Queens players play abroad because of visibility that has been offered by this football association by way of the TV broadcast of their games. Today, we are offering free coaching opportunities to women who work in that space. Today, female players are part of our established academies in the Upper East, in the Ashanti region, and in the Achimota School. Today, female players are part of our partnership with FIFA via the TDS program. All the support that we are offering by way of jerseys, by way of footballs, by way of boots, by way of money, the women are not left out. So you can see clearly that there's a lot of motivation. I mean, 2 days ago, we presented to Ampem ladies and Hazakes ladies 2 buses, which was part of the promise I made in Kumasi. 2 more to come. So you can see clearly that motivation has been on the rise. You rightly said that Bed Power increased the locker room bonus by 100%. So in the old Ghanaian currency, each of the players of the victorious team had 8 million cedis. That was the bonus per player. Per person. That is historic. So I think that the attention being paid to women's football is resulting in what we see. The princesses have been at the Mondial, but now their challenge is to improve on their performance at the Mondial. The Black Maidens are back. And they will be competing next season for qualification to the Mondial. The Queens are back at the AFCON, which is a big thing. Hopefully in July they will go to the AFCON and fight for glory. About it, for all of us who have been supporting women's football, for those of you in the media who have been very supportive, I think that we should be happy about what we have achieved collectively.
Do you see them winning the AFCON this July?
I see a very good team. I see a very good thing. I see a team made up of girls who are very motivated to fight for glory. And I see them walking out of the changing room onto the turf come July, ready to fight for glory. This is what I see.
That's what you see. Do you see the Black Stars winning the World Cup?
Winning the World Cup.
I love the way you
so for me, nothing is impossible. Everything is impossible. Everything is possible. It's just a matter of time. It's all about time. When it's your time, you would win. It was time for Suarez to answer your question. We have to do things the way it has to be done. We are in the process of building a good national team. Hopefully, we will have a good team that will be very, very competitive. And, you know, in tournament situations, you never know what can happen. I mean, we just came out of the U20 AFCON from the quarterfinal stage when all of us thought that we were good enough to go all the way. But it didn't happen. It will also happen that we'll go all the way in another tournament. So let's see what happens. First is to qualify for the World Cup. And when we do qualify, we'll look at how to prepare for the competition itself. And God willing, we will have some good news.
Certainly, good news. Now, former Sports Minister Neil van der Point mentioned that Black Stars players should be paid in cedis and open local accounts for them. What do you make of that?
So, being a former sports minister and my friend, normally I wouldn't want to react, to be honest with you, especially in public. But every Black Stars player has a Ghanaian account. Every Black Stars player is paid in cedis. That's the answer.
Okay. So the RFEs, how are you supporting them? How has it been so far? The regional football, the referees?
I think that the ESCO has been very supportive of the work of the RFAs. A few weeks ago, they took delivery of their pickups, which will help them in their work in the various regions. We are investing $100,000 again in the purchase of footballs for regional football. Besides the $100,000 that we are investing for coast football, also under the umbrella of the Regional Football Association. We're supporting the payment of referee. We're contributing towards the payment of referee fees. Each year we're contributing 300,000 Ghana cedis towards payment of referee fees. We know it's not enough, but it's our token towards the payment of referee fees in the regions. We supported them with computers to help their work in their offices. Subventions, monthly subventions was heavily enhanced, just to mention a few. So I think that so far it's been very good. We're working closely with the RFAs. They are the bedrock of the development of football in our country, and we'll continue to invest at a grassroots level. I'm a grassroots man, and therefore investing in grassroots football will always be high on the agenda for my good self and for my ESCO. I think that so far it's been very good.
Very good. The MTN FA Cup, what's the latest updates?
You know, I love the FA Cup. I love the MTN FA Cup.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the grand finale. It's a battle between Golden Kick and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I think that it will be a very good game. Two teams who play good football. Golden Kick love to play football. Kotoko are now coached by a coach who loves to play football, Coach Karim Zito, himself a winner of the MTN FA Cup. So it is a day that I'm looking forward to. I'm praying that we'll have a good weather. I'm praying that the two teams will come out of the tunnel to put up a good show. And I'm praying that Ghanaians will troop to the stadium to enjoy their FA Cup. FA Cup nights or afternoons are always special, and the upcoming one will be special.
Certainly, it will be special. The next season, the broadcast rights. What's in store? What do we have? Do we see?
So what I can say for a fact is that we've ended our relationship with Star Times.
Okay.
They are no more the TV partner of the FA for the Premier League. They owe the FA $950,000 and we've started the process of going after and for our money. I think that the FA in due season will be announcing new arrangements for our Premier League. I think that our Premier League is interesting enough to attract TV partners, and soon we will see, or we'll roll out what shall I say? We will be announcing a new partner. We'll be announcing a new partner
soon. Can we come in?
No, it's open. I just mentioned that somebody owes us 950,000. So we have good content. Whether you like it or not, the football content, the Premier League content is a top one, and we are open to listen to offers if EIB
network
will bring the money. So be it. We are ready to listen. To be honest.
You're ready to listen. Anyway, it's been great coming all the way to your doorstep and you opening your doors onto us. We really appreciate this. But let me ask you this last time. What has been your biggest challenge being president of the Ghana Football Association?
Too much work.
Too much work?
Too much work, that's it. That's the biggest challenge, too much work.
And how do you take criticism, especially from the media?
No, for me it's okay. For me it's okay. It's okay to criticize. I am a media person. I understand this job. Today you're on the other side interviewing me. But perhaps I also have my chance to interview you one day. But it's okay to do a critique of the work we do. I always say that we are human, and therefore will not always have a straight line. What I do not like is when people go out of their way to defame. For me, that's not acceptable. Okay, if you insult me, okay, but if you defame me, I will not take it lightly, and I do not take it lightly. So if I'm not a thief and you're calling me a thief, then we will have problems. But it's okay for people to do a critique of the work we are doing. That's very acceptable. And for me, I've always said that I'm prepared to listen to other minds. And other minds here means people who do not really agree with you or who have different opinions. And that's how it's supposed to be. And we'll continue to work with the media across board because that's the only way we can develop football. You can't tell your story by yourself all the time. It's important that we keep our close working relationship with all media houses to ensure that Ghana football develops to the levels that we all want.
It's been work. How do you spend your leisure time? What do you do?
I watch football.
You've been working with football, everything, documents, traveling here and there, football. In your leisure time, you still
watch football.
And you play
in the plane, I watch football. At home, I watch football. In the car, I watch football.
And music? Which music do you like?
Shatta Wale.
I see. Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
But it doesn't also mean that I don't listen to
I don't
listen to Stonebwoy. Well, Stonebwoy is a very good friend. Black Sherif, I listen to his music. Dinah Hamilton, I love gospel music. And I sing a lot of hymns because I'm a proud Anglican.
But with Shatta Wale's song, do you know, like, word for word with some of his music?
Yeah,
do you know?
A lot.
Can you?
Nah, don't try me.
Shatta Wale will looking at you. He's watching this and you don't want to.
No. Not
or it's about a voice.
Not me.
Oh, because you sing hymns.
You have no idea what I can do. I used to be a chorister.
Oh, we are hearing this very first time.
Yeah.
What parts do you?
St. Andrew's Anglican Church, Aluboshi Achimota, from 1978 November.
Wow. So
I used to be a chorister.
Oh, but yes. Now you don't.
But I'm thinking about even going back to sing, to be honest.
I see.
Don't be surprised by this voice. I mean, this voice can change. The same way when you meet Shatta or Stone or Samini by the street and you have a conversation with them, their voice will definitely be different from when they are behind the microphone or when they are in the studio. It's like.
But do you know how to cook? Do you cook?
It's been a while, to be honest. Lazy head, but I think that I'm not bad, to be honest. I'm not bad, but I'm not like my dad. My dad, may he rest in peace, used to cook a lot. But
what's your favorite meal?
Oh, unfortunately, I've stopped eating rice.
So it used to be your favorite meal?
Yeah. Now leaves.
Now leaves. Right. I'll take you to lunch one of these days.
I like to sing. Should I sing some gospel music?
I want you to, please.
No.
Oh, just sing one.
There's no someone to give me the right pitch. Otherwise.
But you said you were a chorister, so you need someone to pitch for you.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Which song? I'll let someone pitch it for you.
Next time I'll do it.
Next time you sing it. I know it.
Yeah. But next time I'll do it.
Next time you do it. Your last words to the people of Ghana, lovers of football, lovers of Mr. Kurt Simeon Okraku.
I think that we've had a good journey so far. The journey of rebuilding our game. We've had a journey of bringing confidence back to the sport. We are on a journey of positioning the sport in the hearts and minds of the people. I've always said that this takes time. This needs patience, because on this journey there'll be good times, there'll be bad times. We only pray that the good times outnumber the bad times. But I think that to be able to arrive at our desired destination, we need everybody. We need you, the media. We need our club men and women. We need our partners. We need corporate Ghana. We need government. We need everybody to join hands on this journey. And I pray that all of us, despite our differences sometimes in how we want to arrive at our desired destination, will join hands to develop football, because it is when football is developed the way we want it to be that will allow all of us to enjoy the sport. And I want to enjoy my football, and I know that you also want to enjoy your football. So what we need to do is to stay together, be very positive here. Be very positive that, look, it is possible to do it. I keep saying that our colleagues, our classmates, our schoolmates are those delivering the La Liga and the Bundesliga and the English Premier League. They are classmates. So why can't we do it? We can do it. If we decide not to be negative, if we decide to be more positive, if we decide to be more interested in the vision than how to arrive at the vision, and once we do that, we'll be good to go.
Right. Thank you very much. It's been wonderful coming your way and then having this lengthy chat with us despite all your busy schedules. We really appreciate this. And I want to go the Christian way. God bless you.
Thank you, and God bless you for holding us this long.
So thank you also for watching us live here on GHOne TV. Remember, we always bring you nothing but the very best. I had a chat with the president of the Ghana Football Association, who also doubles as the second vice president of the CAF Exco board. Many thanks for watching us. Do have a good day.
And indeed, a glorious day it is. Happy to be alive, hail and hearty. And with time reading some 7 minutes gone past 7, you must welcome to Ghana's #1